And the face-off should be just as good as the fight.
Okay, fellas, I spoke to you both in the dressing rooms. I want a good, clean fight. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
They touched gloves. There was no wishing of good luck. The sentiments were there from our referee, Paul Tapley. Our three ringside judges, Phil Austin, Phil Holliday, Trent Van Garland. Here we go for the IBO Oceania-Orient Super Welterweight title. Respectfully, the belt is secondary to bragging rights here. Lewis Chadwick. The white gloves. Benny Horn with the black gloves. Chadwick, part of the next generation. Ben Horn says, not yet.
Yeah, I've been really looking forward to this one, Andy. This is exciting stuff. If they can fight as good as they talk, for a treat as Benny Horn comes marching forward and wastes no time as he hits him with a big right hand, and Louis just fighting back.
Exactly as anticipated, I guess. I didn't think either guy was going to hold back for too long, and that's where emotion plays its part.
And that's the thing. I mean, Louis can't get sucked into the emotion. He's the better boxer out of the two. Ben Horn's a slugger. So if he falls into the trap and slugs it out with Ben Horn, it's going to be a long night for him.
Jeff Horn, the former world champ, in the corner here, one of the many celebrities and former boxers here tonight. Mike Katsidis is here, Jack Bowen is here, Stefan Ivic, Floyd Masson, a couple of Olympians in Shannon Davey and Tera Moana. Great to have such wonderful support here in southeast Queensland. We go around Australia live on 7+. Chadwick, that centering position. Oh, they both launched monster right hands, and they weren't far off either. Nice from Horn. Can Chadwick remove the emotion and stick to boxing? Ben Horn hopes not.
And that's
he wants to fight.
And that's what he has to do to win this fight. He's got to stay on this outside. He's got all the advantages there. He's probably the better boxer, like I said earlier on. But getting sucked into this fight and into that mid-range, it brings Ben Horn right into this fight, and that's where he wants Louis to be.
Chadwick again, that centering position. Nice little jab there.
Yeah, good jab.
Doesn't necessarily work first time, the jab, but 5 or 6 of them, it lets your opponent know exactly where they're at. Horn trying to play the counter role there. Boxing from the ropes. Last 20 seconds of the opening round. I've enjoyed this. Hope you are too, wherever you may be watching.
Double jabs, finding a home for Ben Horn. He's hit him with a couple of double jabs, as you can see. It's a pub fight here. Both boys swinging haymakers, and it's exactly probably what their corners don't want to see.
Everyone shuffling forward in their chair. That's what happens. That's what happens when boxing turns into fighting.
You could see some replays of that first round. It was an explosive first round. No feeling out period, that's for sure. Both boys landing with big shots. Ben Horn marching forward, little defense, and that's when Louis caught him a couple of times. But guess what? He had his success as well, because a couple of big shots landed himself, and what a great opening round. More of that, please. Both boys, Andy, probably coming off their best career wins so far. Adrian Rodriguez was the victim last time for Louis Chadwick. A massive statement in that win. Obviously, Adrian being so experienced. And then Ben Horn, on the other hand, a massive upset win. Probably the 2023 upset of the year when he beat Joel Taylor. That came out of nowhere.
We talked about confidence earlier and how it arrives on a professional athlete. And both of these guys have got every reason to be confident in their ability and confident of a victory here tonight. Chadwick, white gloves. Horn, black gloves. Probably the easiest way to differentiate. Here they are launching into their work. No massive punches, no game changers anyway in the opening round. But plenty to think about for both guys. They've talked trash. They've talked smack for 8 months. It's almost a relief getting into the ring.
It definitely is, because the talking's over and this is all that matters. Anyone can talk, but can they walk? And both boys are definitely doing that so far in these opening 2 rounds, because they're letting them have it. Wow. Oh, big right hand over the top by Louis Chadwick.
The screamers going out. Ben, put your hands up. And that's where he has faltered, I guess, in the past when it gets rough and ready. The hands are just a little bit low defensively. Walks into a left hand. Chadwick was looking to follow the jab with a bolo right. The big overhand. It didn't land though. Very strong jab there from Chadwick. Good right hand.
Well, they promised us to meet in the middle, Andy, and that's exactly what they're doing. Both boys, chest to chest and throwing down. They weren't not going to disappoint us tonight, that's for sure.
Trying for the short right hand there. Chadwick. Horn brushed it away with the shoulder. He couldn't brush those 2 shots away. 2 scoring punches from Lewis Chadwick, who for mine is on top in this second round.
He scored definitely the better shots this round, the more cleaner shots, the more effective shots, and you can see the toll on Ben Horn's face. He's feeling this.
Lewis Chadwick in his 6th fight, Ben Horn in his 13th fight. So logic suggests the longer the fight goes, probably the more at home Ben Horn will be.
Oh, and he's always fit, Ben Horn. He always throws down to the very end, so you're exactly right. The longer this goes, the more it favours him for sure.
Last couple of seconds of the round. Horn looking for the uppercut. Couldn't find the home there. And to the corners we go. A very interesting, a very entertaining second round.
What a round 2 it was. Both boys throwing down in the center of the ring. Heads popping off. It's just crazy. The amount of punches thrown in all these fights to open us up tonight has been enormous. But none better than this one, because both boys, they don't like each other and they're showing that in the ring.
Boys are ready. Let's go. We're ready. Wherever you're watching, I hope you're ready. Once again, shuffle forward in your seat. Here we go. Round number 3. 3 of 8 for a regional title.
Yeah, plenty at stake, Andy. Obviously, this will probably put him in the world rankings with a win here in the IBO. So, it's, yeah, there's plenty at stake for both boys, especially Louis' very young career.
I think with the Oceania title, you automatically go in at number 15 in the world rankings. The Oceania-Orient title, I'm not exactly sure where that sits in the greater scheme of things. It's a belt to put on the living room buffet next to the TV. But I don't know what it does in terms of world ratings. Benny just watching here and observing. Newfound respect perhaps for Lewis Chadwick's punching power. Just hanging back a little. looking to bring Chadwick onto his punches. Is he here, Ben, or is he feeling it a bit? No.
I think, he's fit enough. He's just trying to, he's trying to walk him onto a shot, and we know he's got that power, as we saw just then, but he's not getting suckered into coming forward too much, Louis. He's just staying on the outside, and he's starting to box, which is great. Earlier on in this fight, he was standing chest to chest, but that's not his fight. But you can sort of see now he's trying to stay on the outside as much as he can.
It was better from Ben, who's now got to try and re-engage and also get Lewis to re-engage. He wants to turn it into a pub fight. Minus the Schooners. Keeping an eye on the two fighters in the ring. Also, I can't help but look over to my left and look at Jeff Horn and Glenn Rushton. Jeff watching his brother do his thing here.
A very experienced corner, that a world title corner. Oh, and a big uppercut from Ben Horn.
And the wild shots from Chadwick, and here we go again, it's fight time. Sneaky little.
Yeah, you get a warning for that. Poor Tapley saying none of that. Please, Louis.
Horn going around the perimeter here. Chadwick maintaining that centering position.
And that's what he needs to do from the opening bell. When he just found that now, you can see he's dictating that center ring, and that's where he's got all those advantages, like I said.
He's got that speed advantage with the hook. Punch after the bell from Ben Horn, but nothing in it.
Plenty of feeling in this one.
Yeah, there certainly is. And it continues.
You can see some replays of that third round. A big right hand to open it up for Ben Horn. He walked straight into that one, did Louis Chadwick. But he had his fair share of really good shots in that round as well. And there's one right there. That right hand over the top. Left hook to follow. When he boxes from a distance, he does it really, really well, does Louis Chadwick.
Big shout out to the team at Bill Chaser, James Stewart and the crew, and Ronnie Wanless from Action Metal Recyclers and Wanless Waste Management, part of the corporate supporting crew here that make this happen. And as we say, you support those that support us in this wonderful industry. Here we go, Ben Horn, Lewis Chadwick. The fight continues. Chadwick once again on the front foot. This is round 4 of 8. We are live on 7+ around Australia from the Brisbane Powerhouse. What a venue, and it is standing room only. Trying to get over the top there of that left shoulder. Ben Horn has actually been pretty good defensively, using his left shoulder to deflect and redirect the right hand of Lewis Chadwick.
Yeah, more often than not, Andy uses his offense as his defense as he marches forward with shots. But he has brought that into his game. You're right, that little shoulder roll to guard his chin. Oh, big right hand there from Louis Chadwick.
Terrific right hand from Chadwick. Good body shot from Chadwick. I reckon I could use a shoulder roll to hide one of my chins, but the other three would still be open. Here comes Chadwick. Beautiful defence from Louis.
Yeah, that nervous energy now is gone, I think, of Louis Chadwick, and he's starting to get really settled, and you can see his better shots are popping off now.
That said, Ben Horn doubles up on the jab. He hasn't set anything up, Ben Horn, not since probably round 1. Uppercut from Horn. Seems Benny is really unloading every single punch. Yeah, we saw a little bit of the showboating from Lewis Chadwick against Adrian Rodriguez. And I'll be straight up, I wasn't a fan in his 5th fight. I'm not a fan in his 6th fight. He's got the same shit, but I'm a fan of that right hand. Love to see him concentrate a little more on the job at hand, and that's another really nice right hand. He changes levels there, does so beautifully.
And he's starting to pick his shots really well now is Lewis Chadwick. Desperation starting to come in from Ben Horn, but he's still successful every now and again, so he's a very dangerous opponent right till the end. Oh, big right hand there from Chadwick again.
Jolts him back with an uppercut. Horn against the ropes. Chadwick opening right up here. Punches coming in from all different angles, and Ben Horn doing his best to cover up, but he is wearing plenty.
Yeah, big shots here landing from Lewis Chadwick, and he's starting to feel the pinch. Ben Horn, as tough as he is, he's starting to feel the pinch as well.
Final 10 seconds of round number 4, so we might as well go into the 5th. But a defining period. Oh, Horn walks into a big one, and was that the bell or is it over?
No, that was the bell, and I'll tell you now, almost saved by the bell, because that was a massive right hand and it jolted Ben Horn in his tracks. How tough is this kid, Ben Horn? Anyone else would have taken a dive there, but not Ben Horn, the hunter, just too tough. As we see some replays here of round 4, and what a magical one it was again. That right hand, massive dividends for Louis Chadwick. You can see wailing away to the body. You could see after the second round, he started to find his rhythm, he started to find his range, and that's when he's looked a lot better, has Lewis Chadwick.
Dempsey McKean, the Tower of Power. The Tower of Terror. He is a terror, and he is a tower. The big heavyweight. Liam Paro is there as well. Join the action here on the Premier Boxing Series. Lewis Chadwick, Ben Horn. We continue. The final round, Lewis Chadwick, that final round. With no drop. Ben Horn still on his feet. And he may well have been saved by the bell.
Oh, big right hand from Ben Horn, and that's what he can do. He can bring himself back into the fight at any stage.
That echoed throughout the Powerhouse here, and Lewis Chadwick, I'm not going to say walked through it, but it didn't buckle his knees, and it should have.
Yeah, he's a tough kid, this kid, and he's something special, to be honest, because I've seen a lot in this, and just in these first 5 rounds, to say that this kid's something special. He's got that toughness, he's got the skill, he's got the total package so far with Louis Chadwick.
Really good performance from Lewis. Against the ropes. Tapping away. Good left hook in the middle of all that from Chadwick.
I'll tell you what, Andy, they talked it up, but they're showing up here tonight on fight night, and that's all that matters, because the talk is all great. Anyone's got a mouth, but not many people can fight, but these two can do both.
Halfway through round number 5. Next up, first of 2 international bouts, Alexander Espinoza, the Ecuadorian beast, up against the Wolf, the game changer, Jalen Tate. Little jab there from Horn, who's leaking from the nose. Just settling things here. Oh, he gets out of there really quickly, does Lewis Chadwick.
He got a bit lazy there, Chadwick, because that could have been really bad for him. If Ben Horn counted it a little bit better, because he left himself exposed with that lazy right hand coming through.
Focus in the eyes of Ben Horn, who I think now has cut over the left eye, Nathan.
He's got a bit of claret coming out of the nose as well, and that won't help, that right hand over the top for Lewis Chadwick, and there's another one.
Paul Tapley had a good long look at the defences of Ben Horn late in round number 4. No need to get too close for our referee here. Our 3 ringside judges, Phil Austin, Philip Holliday, Trent Van Garland. They continue to score. A good shot, a good right hand. Make that 2 from Chadwick.
Yeah, he's scoring well with that right hand this round. Definitely is Lewis Chadwick, as both boys come very close to finish off that round. But another great round by Lewis Chadwick.
Fantastic round of action by the Wolves. Going to count to 6. This is Ben Horn, Lewis Chadwick.
Round 5, another barn burner. Both boys throwing down like they have for the previous 4 rounds before it. It was a cracker, big right hands landing by both boys. Desperation starting to set in for Ben Horn as he lunges forward with his shots, missing at times, but being successful as well at other times. He's dangerous, like I said, to the very end. He's there and he's dangerous and he can knock you out at any stage.
Jeff Horn, former world champ, in the corner offering final instructions to his brother Ben as we move into round number 6. Oh, there's Rock, first punch of the round, a defining punch too, because here comes Chadwick and Horn is being held up by the ropes.
Yeah, he's no nonsense, this kid. He is the real deal. You can see he took the fight and a big uppercut just lands once again from Chadwick.
It's time to have a really good long look at this and how much longer it needs to go.
How tough is Ben Horn though? Wow.
Yeah.
Anyone else would be out.
They settle again. Right hand from Chadwick. Horn slumps back against the ropes, and Paul Tapley, the referee, he stops it. That is a win, a big, big win for Lewis Chadwick.
And Paul Tapley just saved himself, Ben Horn, from himself, because he was in a world of hurt there and he did the right thing by stopping it, because it was only going to go downhill. Obviously, the boxer comes first, and that's exactly what Paul Tapley did, so hats off to him.
A big win for Lewis Chadwick, and we will speak to the new champ on the other side of this break. This is the Premier Boxing Series on 7+. On 7+, the Premier Boxing Series, live from the Brisbane Powerhouse. It started off as a boxing match, it ended in a fight, and it ended in a stoppage. Let's go to James.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get set to make this one official. Brought to you thanks to Empire Nightclub. Please put your hands together for both fighters. It lived up to the billing, ladies and gentlemen, and both boys delivered. But at 48 seconds of round number 6, the referee calls a halt to the contest, awarding the victory by TKO and the new IBO Oceania-Orient Super Welterweight champion. And it goes to the blue corner, Kid Lightning, Louis Chadwick.